Welcome back to the Close to Broke podcast. It's a pleasure to have all you folks back wherever you're listening. My name is Kieran, and today we are joined by our regular cast and crew of very degenerate individuals. Across from me, we have Christian.
What's up, guys?
We're still figuring out what we're going to give him the code name for, but here we are moving on to Logan, our residential NFT expert, donkey extraordinaire, as we're going to go ahead and move it on down to Aiden, Turkey Stone. He took a break. You see how he instantly moved into it? Like, let me tell you about this.
Actually, he has a nickname throughout his normal life all the time. So like, I don't think he has to have like a little pizzazz to it in the beginning of the podcast. You go MCA every day.
Oh, that's fair. That's very fair. That's very fair.
Either way, today we have a pretty jam-packed session. As far as topics, we have a couple we want to touch. There's a great chance we don't touch any of them because we love to just ramble on. But we'll open the floor with a big one, which is, let me be honest with you guys. We attempted to record a podcast earlier, and it went awful. But
it was too early for us.
It was rough. There was a lot going on. NFL, big bets.
9 a.m.
I like that you gave us a little 9 a.m. Well, Hawaiian time.
What time was it?
It was like 11.
It was like 11.
Either
11:20
way,
was
daylight savings just happened.
We have a call time, guys. We're very professional. We take you guys seriously.
Yeah, we are professional. Either way, opening the floor to the very first thing, which is a hot discussion we were having, not only in the first podcast, but the brunch that we had to get us back to go together, which is the Ouija board.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
So to open the floor with this conversation, I think we were saying,
open the floor.
Could we ever, as a group, sit down, podcast style, and do the Ouija board?
There's absolutely zero chance. Only 25% of us want to do the Ouija board.
Only
25%.
No, he's like, only one of us. He's like, nah, only 25% of us out of four.
We're including
let's let
David.
them do the math.
Oh, yeah.
That's 20%.
All right, that's 20%.
I just don't see like what there is to be scared about, honestly.
Well, I just don't see...
It's not doing it out of fear is just like mind-blowing.
1 year of Catholic school did nothing for you, dude.
2.5, actually.
All right, bro.
And
How
you're
about
Irish, dude. That blood in you, you should be like...
What
do you
think the downside is of...
You know what I think it is? If I'm looking at it from a purely mechanical point of view, it's too much risk.
But I see literally zero risk. Like nothing bad's gonna happen.
There's zero upside, though.
There's zero upside, exactly.
There's like, even if there's
what are you scared? Like a scary
1%
demon?
risk,
Like
there's zero
a scary
upside.
ghost or something?
It's the risk. I don't know what's... I believe stuff is out there.
There's
I don't
ghosts.
know
you
what
just
it
think
is.
that there's
I
like a
don't see it.
negative outcome.
Yeah, I think there's more.
Regardless of what it is.
99% of the time it's negative, 1% of the time it's positive.
What's the 1% of the time we get a genie?
No.
That's 1%.
Not a genie.
I don't think
genies don't come out of
Ouija.
Ouija
We get like a
boards.
Casper.
How do we know?
Dude, what if the genie looked like me?
Honestly, of the four of us, it's going to look like you more than it's going to look like me.
Bro, that'd be
He
crazy.
just pops out. He's like, yo, what up? What did you want?
He's like,
Funny.
he comes out the lamp. He goes, "What's up, guys? Close to broke here.
Dude.
Today, we're going to a 5-5-20."
Have you heard of people having a bad experience with it? Or like,
Ouija?
Yes.
All right, guys. You know what? I'll do a story really quick. My grandma's from Ecuador. When she was a kid in Ecuador, they had a beach house, and her and her cousins would stay there. Her cousins convinced her to do a Ouija board, got a poltergeist, had to sell the house and move out.
So the Ouija board I got was from Walmart.
Do you have to
more authentic?
disclose that information?
I don't think it makes a difference.
Do you have to disclose that information?
Oh,
The
like
sale?
on the sale? I don't know.
Not in Ecuador, bro.
I don't know about in Ecuador in the
Oh,
city.
not
In Ecuador in the
You do have to
60s.
disclose that.
Wait,
type of
have you
stuff.
guys seen The Watcher?
No.
No.
You're the second person to ask me that in like 24
God, it's
hours.
good,
Is it
man.
new?
It's good.
Yeah.
What is The Watcher?
It's based on a true story, and it's something that happened recently.
Someone got a poltergeist from using a Ouija
No.
board.
What is it about?
Doesn't include Ouija boards, but fuck, I just do a bad job of like summing this up. But they do a really good job. There's a good YouTube video. I'll link it to you personally. But it's pretty much there's somebody, these people move into a house, and then they keep getting crazy letters that are more and more aggressive and more personal.
Can you give an example of a letter? Like, is it like, I'm going to come kill you? Or
Hey, Aiden.
It just says like, it just titled
My
like
spank
The
bank.
Watcher. I'm always watching anywhere you go.
How have I not heard
Names
about
all the
this?
kids. Names all the kids.
Creepy.
Like
It's
every
really
scary
crazy.
movie ever, basically.
does anything come
just
from it? Like, does he
names-
kill
There's
people?
a lot of time go by.
All right, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it,
Yeah.
A lot of
but
questions.
the one thing that is very prominent in the show is that there's like a couple that is happening to, and of course in Netflix they probably over exaggerate it. It's a true story, and it's happened something very recently, which is why it's scary because it's like over the last couple years.
Dude, I've not even heard about this.
It's really good. You should watch it on Netflix.
I mean,
Have you guys watched it?
Wait, are you watching it?
It's good, right?
I've started the first episode.
You're watching a show right now?
It's done. I already watched it. I binged it.
You watched it?
I watch shows. I don't watch movies.
Wow, I
But-
did not
Yeah, I
think
don't
you
watch
even watch
movies either.
shows.
No,
I've heard it was good before, so I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
popular. Yeah, it's
I
popular.
literally heard about it 24
The reason I
hours
watched it was because I watched the there's a series on YouTube called BuzzFeed Unsolved,
ago.
and they did like a 20-minute video that was like, oh my god, I wanted more.
About this.
Netflix came out. I was like, fuck,
Nice.
it's
Netflix
good,
came
it's
in the
good.
clutch.
Yeah.
They don't do that very often.
And they do a really good job. The acting was great too, actually. Usually in fucking shit like that, I feel like the acting's so bad.
Did you watch the show in like a day? All of
Literally
it?
one
Binged
day.
it.
It was not that many
How many
episodes.
episodes?
Not it's like 6 episodes. How many is that like around there? 6 to 8,
Hour long?
right? Oh, I
Hour
think
long?
it's like nah. They're like 40 minutes to an hour each episode.
Okay. And he just like stalks this family and sends them letters.
Yeah, but it.
You make
The
it
thing,
sound
yeah,
so-
dude.
You're like,
know what this
realistically,
fucking guy
that's
do?
what
Just
it,
write
that's
some
what it
letters?
was.
I think Aiden does such a bad job of putting himself in that spot,
Yeah.
and so his
Yes.
reaction's like, "Oh, there's a bad guy. I'll just fuck him up,
Dead
dude."
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's
dead
like,
on.
oh,
dude.
boom, solid. Just fuck him up. That was all you needed to do.
You're
like,
just
Ouija
watch the
board?
mailbox for a couple hours and see who it
Okay,
is.
What if you were presented with a paranormal experience?
Like what? I'm so bad at like visualizing. this
What
kind-
if you came home?
And I'm using a Ouija board.
No, you don't have to be using
Okay,
the
maybe it
board.
could be that right after using a Ouija board.
Mm.
But you came home and your dryer was flipped backwards and you didn't know how.
And you
That
didn't
was,
know.
dude. That's a horrible
That's
example.
not that bad. That's
No, it
that's
is
scary.
because that happened to me.
That's really.
I would.
That's your paranormal experience.
Yeah.
Fuck,
At
that's creepy.
I used to live in a house in Oxnard, and I came back home, and our dryer was just completely flipped around, and just like facing the other way. And you know when
Your
you take,
first thought was
The
that's
thing-
paranormal.
yeah,
the little
that's
one that
that's
does.
that's what I'm
well,
saying.
no, bro,
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
hell
My first thought is
paranormal.
that's Oxnard.
Because I asked, that's Oxnard. It's like,
There's
damn.
just some random homeless guy like on meth. He's like comes into this house and he's like, "Fuck, they probably dropped some pennies back here."
It's like some fool broke into my
exactly what
garage.
Yeah, my first. If that happens,
I would believe that more. Yeah.
I get home and I look and my dryer's flipped around. My first thought is that's not paranormal. I would probably be like,
I
oh,
would-
someone broke into
It's
the
like
fucking.
I took too much Turk and I blacked out.
I'd be like, someone broke in and turned my dryer on. I guess I got to lock my door.
guess
You know what? I might think that too. I might think
My,
that too.
it's,
Bro,
my-
are you kidding me? So there
I'm
was
like
only like a
6 steps
handful of
away
people
from
living in my
paranormal.
house, and they were all women. What the,
fact
hell?
that there's
What are they gonna
multiple
flip
people
the?
living in your
They were
house
probably
would-
flipping
It
it.
would make me think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, a better example would be like you're in bed. There's 100% no
I'm at
dogs,
home. I'm
no
at home.
people home. You're laying
okay,
down.
Yeah,
Let me
visual.
get a
Okay,
scene.
wait. You're laying down
Yep.
and you wake up, right?
Yep.
Close your eyes. Really experience this. You wake up and you hear a noise, boom, like a smash. You go like, oh, what the fuck? Wait, did the dogs do something? So you go outside, you
I go
check.
outside, I check.
You go outside, you check. There's a knife on the floor now. You're like, how did? Whatever. Maybe it fell. Maybe it fell. You
Instantly,
pick
I
up-
think someone
wait,
broke in.
Wait, you pick up the knife, you put it back, you check. You check every room in the.
I
Nobody.
would, I would
broke in.
hold on to the knife. I wouldn't. put it
Nobody
back.
broke in. Okay, now you're holding on to the knife. Okay, sure. You hold on to the knife. You go back to bed. You lay
Who
down.
goes back to bed after
You
that?
hear another loud bang. You go outside now. There's a glass broken on the floor.
I'm not going back to
I
bed
mean,
after this.
to be
by the
honest,
way.
the first thing if I hear a bang
We're
and I
giving
go,
him a paranormal activity example, right?
my first move is I'm not. If I go outside, there's a loud bang and I see a knife on the ground.
we're giving.
I go outside and I just call the police.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm not going. Oh, let me
I
put the
agree.
knife away and like. Go back
Okay,
to
while you're
bed.
waiting for the police,
Okay.
you're like looking this way and then a glass.
No. We're not. We're giving specifically poltergeist things right
Yeah.
now. I'm
Is that
talking about, have you
poltergeist?
ever been in have you ever experienced something that you felt was very abnormal and made you scared? It doesn't have to be
At the time
tangible.
where it's like not rational. Like I'm sure when I was a kid or something like, but it's like it's all
No,
just
as
in
an
your
adult.
head.
As an adult.
No, as an adult.
I haven't
never.
either.
Yeah.
But
You've never had a paranormal
I've never had a paranormal
experience?
experience. No.
Bro, I've had a bunch.
Okay, we're gonna have to ask you some.
Big
questions.
ghost guy, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the
No.
fuck?
Ghosts are
Yeah,
good.
Bro,
no,
I'm
I don't-
telling you,
Ghosts are
never
good for the
have
vlog.
So that maybe that's
But
why.
I'd be
But like,
very.
Ghosts
but
are
I'd be
hella
very afraid
real.
of that.
Like I would be.
They're hella real,
They're
dude.
super real, bro.
real.
Hella real, dude.
You ever take a picture and you just see like an orb in your
Ne-
picture?
No,
Literally
never. Literally
Damn,
never.
you guys are not haunted, I guess.
No.
But I remember
that's where your
I
first
used-
guess go. There's a flash in my picture. I'm haunted.
You don't understand, bro.
Do you actually have paranormal experience?
Yes. So like
Give me a good one.
a good like easy one.
Yeah, not a. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about a
So
bulb in
like
the background.
my TV in the living room would turn on in the middle of the night.
Ghosts.
And go straight to the static. And the crazy we have
Like, it would
cable.
Turn on.
Yeah, we have cable, and it just go static, and it would just raise the volume all the way up by itself.
Ghosts.
All the way up
Gotta
by
be
itself.
ghosts.
What the hell
That's
else is
scary.
gonna be?
You wouldn't. Okay.
What
okay,
else is
would
gonna
you be
be?
scared if that happened at your house? Logan's
Like imagine
if it happened
You're by
once.
yourself.
If it happens once, I'm alone. I'm not scared. If
You're not scared of that?
no,
Dude, that would scare the
I would go.
You know, if he was saying if it happened once,
Bro,
if it
Aiden
happened
talks-
twice, I'd be like, dude, I need a new TV. This shit's
That's what I'm
broken.
thinking. I'm
Obviously.
literally
Okay, but the
thinking,
first
oh, my
time you'd be
TV's fine.
scared, right?
When I would get
if it
scared
happened
if I bought a
once
new
ever,
TV
Yeah.
and it
I'd
happened
be
with a new
scared.
TV. That's when I would be like, okay, maybe there's something.
it
going
only
on.
happened in the middle of the night though.
I mean, that's scary, bro.
That's how I was like 12.
That would freak me out.
I was like
Super scary.
12.
That wouldn't scare you?
Probably. I don't know.
You don't think that'd scare you?
Kind of.
That would scare
Yeah.
the fucking shit
Like
out of
scary
me,
movies.
bro.
Does that scare you
Like
guys?
if I had to walk out into my living room and the TV was on, just static, and I'm asleep. I'm used to spending the night in the same house for multiple days. It's like 1 out of 7.
It would be a peculiar thing.
Freak me out.
It would be a thing where you're like,
You can't explain it. How would you explain that?
there's something going on with
Lily's
the TV.
asleep next to me.
There's something going on with the
Something
TV.
going on.
It turns on by itself.
Yeah. Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
that's well, I mean, yeah. That's
My-
I'm dead, bro.
My
What do you
biggest
mean?
my biggest fear ever is like at night as I'm opening like a window or like a blind, obviously.
Someone looking in.
Somebody's just looking
Like
in.
standing right
Yeah,
there.
that's a
Yeah.
fear. That's an actual
Dude,
fear.
The fear of going from whatever and then like I open something and then
There's
the
a
fact
person
that
there.
it's really close to my face. That is really scary.
Has
I
anyone
hate
ever
that
broken
movies.
into your house or anywhere like?
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah,
broke into your
twice.
house
Yeah.
while you were in it, or no?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You didn't know this?
It was
No.
this
It's like
house.
this is
Wow.
a real story.
Oh,
Can I
fuck.
hear the story?
Yeah, yeah. So
Twice?
yeah.
You were
so,
in the house both times?
Here, check this out. Check this out.
Close to Brooks about to have a real
So,
story.
very first time.
You guys
this
all
was
knew this?
this was back in the day. This was back in the day when this was actually on the news. Actually, this was back in the day when Kieran went to work. Actually, so I was coming out of work and it was like really late. It was like maybe 1 something in the morning, getting out of work. I pull up to the house, park, regular day. My sister's here alone because my mom works the graveyard shift and my dad's at the restaurant as well. I get into the house, regular night, dude. I sit down, I start to play Madden. I'm loading up Madden. I still haven't even I'm barely loading up the game. And I hear like a screech. Every time I tell the story, I can revisit it and like it fucking freaks me out just to think about it. But I hear a screech, my sister screeching like towards the front of the house. And it's a screech, bro, that it sounds like, imagine, huh?
Where you're sitting in the living room?
This room over here.
Okay.
My old room.
Yeah.
It's a screech like imagine I snapped your sister's fibula like just in half.
Yeah, like a
It's
fucking death
it-
screech.
Yeah, it's a death screech. And I immediately like rip my Turtle Beach headset off, run right here to this hallway.
Shout out
and-
Turtle Beach.
Yeah, shout out Turtle Beach. They're not a sponsor. So I'm in my bedroom and my sister where the screech was about, I'd say about 10 feet from where I'm at, just for the listeners, because you guys can't see obviously the layout. I pull my head out towards the hallway to see what's going on. And I see her rushing towards my way. And behind her are 2 men. One of them masked with a gun and the other one unmasked with a gun.
Whoa.
Yes, both of them have guns.
Whoa.
And they're running towards us, and my sister's running towards me here in this hallway. And I see them, but it's really dark in the house. Like, all the lights are off. So, like, you get a little bit of silhouette from, like, our outdoor light.
Yeah, yeah.
So, dude, it's like out of a movie. It's crazy how this shit works. Just
I
like
can't
as
believe that happened.
as I start re-seeing it, you could just see the silhouette of them, like the right side of their body.
They're chasing her?
Yeah. And you could see that they have, you could see blatantly they have guns. You could, like, I can make out their hair. I can't make out faces. Obviously, I could tell the demographic that I'm looking at here, but super scary. But I don't know, out of instinct, I ran out with the bat in my hand. I don't even.
You. Let's go.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was like a break-in either at the moment.
That versus a gun?
I thought she.
Just hit the bullets.
I was an athlete at the
Bryce
time.
Weber,
I was an athlete at the time.
So you're standing at the top right here with
I'm
the bat.
standing with the bat,
and she's
it's-
running in.
but it's pitch black. Specifically, right here, it's really dark,
Mm-hmm.
so you can barely make me out. I think from their angle. So the way I'm holding the bat, it looks like I'm holding a shotgun. I think to them. I think. So as she's coming towards me, she's now peeled off enough room from them for them to prevent the. They're no longer following her. They're
Yeah.
just mostly looking at what's going on, like the
Yeah.
developing situation.
Yeah.
She gets to me in this hallway, and I scream like, "Get in the fucking room! Call the police!" Like I push her into the room, and like now I'm chasing after her because I see that they're no longer coming towards us.
Yeah.
They're going down the rest of the house, right?
What do you mean?
They're
She's
in the
coming up
kitchen.
right here, yeah.
They're in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Over there.
And this
I'm
is
here
your
in the
hallway.
hallway. I'm
Yeah.
in the hallway. So we're looking at each other, let's say east to west, across from each other,
Yeah.
looking straight at each other, and there's about 10 feet in between us.
Yeah.
So as my sister peels a corner to go in the room, like let's say going south, right?
Yeah.
they go north. So they peel they
leave.
just turn
to your
To
room
leave.
now.
no, just
towards your room now.
just to go to the rest of the house. I don't know if they're leaving. I don't know if they're staying.
Yeah.
Right. So I get my sister. I run in there, close the door, get my bed, and just barricade. We just put everything against the door, and I'm holding the bat right next to the door. Like, dude, if somebody goes in, somebody's getting fucking blasted.
Yeah. Did you already
And
call the cops?
She's on the phone with the cops. She's under the bed. I'm like, stay away from the windows just in case. Like, stay under the bed. And I'm just like standing there, like, you're hopeless. Like,
Dude, barricading the door is a really smart call.
yeah. Well, luckily it was like I was able to move that.
Did you
bed.
hear them leave or like?
Dude, it was so much was happening so quickly that the only thing on my mind was like, is Chandni okay? She hurt, and have you called the cops yet?
Yeah.
That's it. I wasn't thinking like, can I hear them? What are they doing now? I was just the only thing I was concerned about was like watching that.
But they didn't
doorknob.
try to get in.
No.
Okay.
So I was just like watching that doorknob. The second somebody gets in, I'm gonna fucking crack. Like I'm gonna break somebody's fucking head if I have to. Maybe not, but at least in my head, I'm telling myself that to wrap this story all up, to give it like the little cherry on top.
Cop showed up.
So this is all happening at like 2 a.m. or 2 a.m. So around 9 p.m. the same night, so 4 or 5 hours before, a man comes up, knocks on the door. My sister's alone at home at the time, and says, "Hey, does Christian live here?" No, don't think about him. He's not in the picture at all.
What's up?
And my sister says, "No, nobody by the name of Christian lives here." And he's like, "Are you sure Christian doesn't live here?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm sure Christian does not live here." And she just closes the door, locks the door. 2 o'clock in the morning, they come back when this all happened. Knocks again on the door. Why the fuck is my sister home alone opening the door
at 2 a.m.?
At 2 a.m. So same thing. They say, "Hey, is Christian live here?" And she's like, "No, I already told you." She said, "No, I already told you." And so as she's going to close the door, they stick their foot in to stop it from closing, and it bounces off their foot and opens up. And when that happens, guy behind him, because the first guy didn't have a mask on. Yeah. He just had some long dreads. The guy behind her burst through. He had like a Jabberwocky's mask, like a white mask.
Whoa.
Like the Phantom of the Opera or whatever. Yeah. He burst through the door, and she's like, she fell off, and she's like down on the ground looking up at them.
Your sister?
Yeah.
Twice?
No, that's on the second. So that happened when they came.
Time. That's what I'm saying.
Twice.
So it was her twice?
Yes.
Fucking Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, dude.
They come inside. What happened?
They came in. That's when all
so
that
then
happened.
What happened? She's on the ground. They're just like.
She's on the ground. I think, she just gets up. She's like running away. That's when she got to me.
That's what happened that night.
Yeah.
That's the start of the story.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But I'm saying, I was making sure you understood, like, the same thing happened. Like, it was really crazy. Yeah. Why the fuck is she opening the door at 2 a.m?
So then they leave, or presumably.
Wait, are you telling the second story right now?
I'm telling the first story, but the missing component, which was
her,
why she opened the door, what they were saying to her. So, anyways, to wrap the story up, finally, sorry.
But there's two, right?
The other one's not that interesting.
How long ago was it? How long ago was the first story?
Fuck, man. I think we were like maybe.
It was like
19 or 20 years old.
Thank
so
God,
like 5 years ago.
Thank God you got home right then.
Oh,
that's
dude,
crazy.
I cannot exaggerate this enough. I was maybe home for 5 minutes. Not even that, honestly. I got home, I parked, I literally ran to my room to turn on my Xbox to play Madden. Yeah. I remember vividly, it's the loading screen to get into Madden. I'm not in a game. I'm not picking a team. I'm barely loading to get onto the game. They must have
known that you just got home.
No, I think they wouldn't have come in. They wouldn't have. Why?
That's so weird.
They're looking for a home with just a girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So anyways, to finish the story, because I don't want to leave you guys without the finishing part. But anyways, they go to the house. Cops end up coming. There's like several helicopter police. You could see the lights through our windows. You could see them like beaming through to look. Cops, that's when I did hear, because by this time, like let's say 10 to 15 minutes had gone by. At this point, I could hear the cops clearing out the house.
Nice. Yeah.
And I could hear them like, "Is anybody in here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're in here. I have a bat, They're like, "All right, don't worry." They open the door.
Disclose your weapon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to get blasted.
Of course.
Because it's pitch black.
Yeah.
It's like, like I said, I think I always tell this story and I say that part where I think they thought that I have a gun. I also started yelling that I had a gun at some point.
So when you came out with the bat, did they peeled off the other direction? We
looked at each other and it was like, dude, out of a movie. Like we just dead, no words, looked at each other.
You're right here and there in the kitchen?
Yeah. So 10 feet away, looking eye to eye, me and them two. And we're just staring at each other. It could have been like a split second, but it felt like a turn. We're just there looking at each other, staring at each other.
Quick draw.
That's scary because they know where you live too. So it's like they might that's wild, bro.
They were probably literally actually looking for a guy named Christian. he probably owed him something, you know?
Maybe.
Because as far as
But
I remember,
imagine if
they
you were
didn't
here,
take
she's
anything.
like, yeah,
They didn't take
Christian's
anything.
here.
They didn't take anything.
She's like, Christian's in the back.
They didn't take anything.
Yeah, they didn't take anything. So that's
They
what
were
I'm
coming
saying.
for Christian.
Around
Oh,
here, like
interesting.
they could literally be looking for somebody,
Right.
and they'd be like, "Yeah, I know him. He lives right there." Somebody
yeah.
could have told him that. You know?
Yeah.
of course.
Snitches,
like-
dude.
That story is
Yeah.
crazy. How did I not know that?
story.
That's a great
So,
story.
yeah.
That's going to get some clicks. That's a
Yeah.
highlight right there. Shout out to you. Where's my camera?
There it is.
That was so.
This ended up on the news and everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
terrible.
was at his
That-
house.
okay.
I was at Julian's house when it was on the news, and then we're like,
That
"Isn't that Kieran's house?" Yeah.
Bro, that, I mean, that's real scary.
That is
That's
scary.
different
Yeah.
level of scary.
That's
That's-
not like
that's-
ghosts changing my TV.
Ghost
That's
is
people
like-
breaking in.
Ghost is like you're kind of scaring yourself. Like it's usually
Yeah.
dark. It's usually questionable. You know, whatever. That's like real
There's laundry.
life.
There's
Yeah, it
washers.
could've
I
been
wasn't
Exactly.
trying to be
Exactly.
scary. You're asking me if
No, I'm
there's
saying,
No,
well,
no,
because
no.
before I was thinking
Guns
about
and-
like, oh man, if the TV turned on, that would scare the shit out of me. If fucking two guys were in
Oh,
my house
yeah,
with
of
guns, I'd be
course.
fucking scared in a really different way. You know?
Yeah, no shit.
Dude, I can't believe you got home right then. That's the craziest part.
It was,
Thank
dude.
God.
Shout out
That's
to you.
crazy.
Shout out to you for bringing the bat, too. That's a good move.
And then
That's crazy.
the other part of this was I remember vividly me talking to my parents like, bro, this is unsafe. Like, come on, guys. Like, this is not good. Okay, and then the second story, it's not that it's super quick, so I'll get through it. Also coming back from work, like 1 a.m, and I'm pulling up, and I see a dude on the back door, like just frantically trying to open the door. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
In your backyard?
You know my side door.
Yeah,
we're
inside
like
your backyard
beefy.
already.
No, we're beefy
Oh,
as it's up.
okay, got it,
Literally
yeah,
on
yeah.
the side door, like frantically fucking with the door. I mean, I don't need to name any demographics here,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
of course.
obviously not somebody in my family.
Not of your household.
Blatantly not. Body shape, everything, right? Just not
Yeah.
somebody that looks like anyone in my
What's that?
family. I
Dude.
start freaking out.
Was he black?
No, I don't need to say that. It's not important.
That's
I
what
start
you're
I start
Oh, is that what you're
slamming
saying,
I
though?
start slamming on my my horn. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. You don't fucking live here. I start yelling out at the top of my lungs. This guy doesn't know what I look like. It's just some crazy guy spewing shit. He freaks out, stops fucking with the door, jumps over like Usain Bolt over the over the fence, gets in his car, and this is all going around as I'm doing U-turn.
What time of the night is it?
It's like 1 or 2 in the morning.
No offense right there.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It always
Okay,
comes home
yeah.
so late. His
Yeah,
neighbors are
I'm
like,
working.
Yeah.
At this time, I actually
We'd
had a
always
job.
get home like at 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
literally.
So you
And
just
guys
hear
wonder why I go to bed late.
you just hear like, so he's like gets in his car and just hear like literally drifts off.
The fact that he would like pulled up in a car and he was like,
Shout
this
out to
is the
him,
house.
yeah.
I'm gonna just try to get
Yeah. So then that night, same thing. The cops come. The cops like, there's like, I remember there's like a Hispanic guy and a white guy. He's like, yeah, what are you guys doing here? We haven't had a single one of these calls, and you've had 2 back to back within 6 months. We haven't had anything.
6 months.
Yeah,
That's
he's
it?
like, and he's like, we haven't had anything like this happen.
Bro, y'all-
just being on the
y'all
corner. It's like
scheming,
people.
dude.
A lot of
You
people
guys are
see you.
scheming right here in the corner.
There's also a gold I8 in the driveway, so
Yeah,
you know.
It's covered. It's covered. It's
Yeah,
covered.
gold I8 in the driveway, and it's like right on the corner of everyone.
No,
driving
not gold,
through.
not gold. Not
Oh,
gold.
sorry, hot pink
Rose gold.
I8.
No,
yeah.
rose gold. You haven't seen it?
Rose gold.
I haven't seen it.
I'll show
Oh,
you.
sorry.
Wait,
Oh, I
the
haven't
new
seen
one?
it
I haven't seen
actually.
it either.
I haven't seen it.
It's a new
It's
color.
wrapped.
He's like, why are we
Yeah.
getting robbed?
Wasn't it wrapped before?
He's like,
No,
why
it's
are we
wrapped
getting
in
robbed?
pink.
I just have a
Now we changed
Tesla,
the
a
wrap.
motorcycle, and
It's
a
rose gold
freaking
now?
I8 in
But
the
that's also
driveway.
wrapped.
Bro,
All
you
these
look
things
like
are wrapped.
you're driving around
In
like
the
an
hood.
iPhone 14, dude. That's crazy, bro.
So after
Rose gold
that,
I8, 12 French bulldogs, and they're like, why are we the target?
so after all this, I did not have an
12
iPhone at
French
the time. I
bulldogs.
didn't have French bulldogs at the time.
Only rich people
But
have French
I ended up,
bulldogs.
I ended up like sitting down with my parents, and I was like, guys, I will no longer live in this house. Like, I'm moving out tomorrow with China. If you guys don't sort this out, this is really unsafe.
What was the solution?
We
And that's
moved
why they
out.
have a full-time security
Moved
guard,
to
right?
San
We
Marino.
moved out. We moved to San Marino for like 2 or 3 years.
You used to live here before?
You didn't know that?
Yeah, this was like his house.
All these
forever.
stories were happening here.
That's what I figured. But
Yeah.
I thought that was after you moved from San Marino.
No. I moved from here and then for San Marino for 3 years. And then because of that, I was literally like, bro,
But
you
this
have to-
house, it didn't look like this before. It was a little more run down.
Wait,
So this is
wait.
like-
These burglaries happened in this house, the old version.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you moved to San Marino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you lived in San Marino when you were like 15.
No.
Oh, you lived in it as an adult.
Yeah. I was already out of high school.
What a trip, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if it
know
was
that.
the brunch cocktails or the marijuana, but that story had me just in it. I felt like I
He
was,
was
there,
like,
Kieran.
and
That was
then-
really
Why
that
would
was
you
that was
pass
well
that?
told. That was well told, brother. That was
great. I was locked in.
I was
locked
in. Yeah.
It
Shout out
was
to
a
you.
It's a good
scary moment
story.
of my life.
I've already heard it, but it was a great
That's a
story.
Have you
crazy story.
have you
It's a
guys
crazy
ever
story.
had anything even remotely similar? Oh my god. The story. Oh, I don't want to ruin
My
it.
car's
But
been burglarized.
Do I have a story like that?
I don't think you were there, but you have video evidence of people stealing your safe.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Dude, getting that text.
Oh, that
Getting
shit
that
is
text?
so funny.
Oh
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
God.
Yeah. So I'll try to tell the story like it's what's happening that night. So at 4 a.m, I get a text from the alarm system company that we use at the restaurants, and they're saying someone like the alarm's going off. So I'm like, all right. Most of the time there's wind or some lights at a like something makes it go off like a couple times a year. That just is like, oh, it's a mistake. So I look in. They're like, we need to send the police? I'm like, let me check. I look in. There's 2 dudes in the office slowly trying to pull a safe off the ground.
How much was in there, do you think?
Couple grand. Like it was not. Like,
Yeah.
They came like the day before. It would have been like a significant amount, but like the day they took it, it was like probably the best time for them.
You guys like do it weekly?
Yeah. So I'm looking. I'm like, oh my god, there's fucking police there. So at 4 a.m, I'm driving over there. They're already gone. Like I watched them take it and just go. And you kept the entire thing on camera. They pull up. Fucking Tweedledee and Tweedledum run straight to the office, and this is a heavy safe. Like this is not a light safe.
It's like a Grand Theft Auto when you're trying to rob.
Literally, and they're like not the biggest guys, but like
Yeah.
they look like kind of adult males that are slightly out of shape, but like
We got an out of shape adult man.
Yeah.
We got 2 out of shape adult.
we got 2 out of shape adult males trying to carry a fucking 500-pound safe. Like it's
That's
and they're trying to
funny,
push
yeah.
it, and it's like taking them a couple minutes. Like I'm watching them on the phone. They get out. Their license plate is literally showing in the camera as they're
Classic.
driving. So
I
watch
remember
them
that
load it
being a
up.
big part of it.
Yeah, and then they drive off. So
Yeah.
we're like, okay, so I'm sitting there at the police. I'm showing them the video. They're like, all right, we'll run the plates. Couple days later, we get a call like, hey, we found one of the guys, and they have your safe. Great. So we get the safe. They're like, oh, there's nothing in the safe though. So the entire side was carved out. Everything inside was taken out. They couldn't just like rip it out. They just sawed through the side. Yeah. We got the safe back though, and it has a giant hole in it. So if anyone wants a
very
safe
useful.
with a giant hole in it,
Safe that does no saving.
yeah,
It's not safe
Did
at
they
all.
ever find the guys who did it?
yeah, they found that one of the guys. I
Did
don't
you
know
press
about
charges?
they had a warrant out. They were already like,
It's like, I'll take my money.
This was
back.
just a cherry on top. Like they already got several burglaries in the books. You know.
I've had a lot of stuff at RO happen to me, but nothing at my house. Everything
Yeah,
was
nothing like
at
in
RO.
my house or.
No. Nothing
I'm
in
trying
my
to think.
house.
I feel like
I've lived in apartments my whole
Yeah, I
life.
was gonna say.
there's
I
nothing.
feel like apartments are low key kind of safe,
low-key
right?
super-
Oh,
dude,
no.
community is what keeps people safe.
yeah.
Having a group of people around you.
It's just so hard. Like, imagine imagine it's like a 5-story building. You live on the 3rd floor, like 5th down the hall. Like,
That's exactly
it's
where my
such
dad's
a-
house is.
oh, is that, yeah, just
3 instead
described
of
it.
305.
Dude, that's
Like, are
so
you describing
funny.
my dad's house?
So,
Shout out
my
my
dad's
dad's
apartment.
how unlikely is it to be like that one right there,
So-
304?
Yeah,
Huntington
one, yeah.
Beach has recently started getting a ton of like little
Burglaries.
that word
Boom.
and
I
like
knew a word.
car
Still can't
robbings.
say it.
So
Couple of burgers.
my car like
Oh,
6
burglars?
months ago. I wake up in the morning. I walk out and my car door is like kind of slightly ajar. I'm like, oh, that's
Oh,
probably
no.
not good. So I open it. My entire dash thrown out.
No.
Everything, like all my envelopes, like
Oh,
mail,
no.
everything's pulled up. I'm like, oh no.
That'd be so annoying, bro.
Yeah, and I didn't have
Oh my
anything in there.
God.
Like I had, so I had my Ray-Bans. Like I had some nice, like I had a not a laptop.
Can't forgive that.
Yeah, nice like charger, Ray-Bans, like some good headphones, Beats. He took my AirPods out of the AirPod case, so I just had the case left.
To not follow him,
What
of
an
course.
idiot, by the way. He needs
Took
those
my
to charge.
AirPods, not the charger. Like he
Yeah.
opened it up, took them
Yeah.
out. That's all he took. So I had to go.
Buy new AirPods, no charger.
I think he just wanted to inconvenience you.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what happened. And he just
No,
like
I think if he was
ransacked my
Oh,
car.
I remember this.
Yeah,
This
he
was
did-
also not that long ago.
This was like 6 months ago. And I'm like,
this is in your house,
No, it's in
this is
his
my
car.
This is my driving way.
It is
So-
drive.
My driving way.
You were
My
like, I
driving
think somebody
way.
broke into my car, and then you're like, no, wait, let me check. And then you're like, yeah, I think somebody broke into my car.
I was like, did I make like what happened here? And
That's
there's just
so
mail
funny.
everywhere, like old checks.
that's my car. My
Yeah,
car's like that.
he didn't take. There was some decent stuff he could have taken, but he was just looking for cash, I guess. I think
Yeah.
there was an uncashed check too. He could have just like
Classic.
just a stone down.
you gotta hit up the other guys from episode 1
But-
that were running that fucking ring, their criminal ring.
Dude, there's 3
That's how
different
it
criminal
started.
rings going on at your place. There's the people who are stealing your cars, people who are stealing your safes, and people who are doing the fraud checks.
Literally.
Wow, you're a target.
Yeah, you're a
You're a
target. dude.
victim.
Dude, what are you gonna
You're a
expect? 6'2" homeowner, two Frenchies.
Two
My
friends.
Part-
car's
Bartender?
been robbed. My car's been robbed a few times outside of RO. Granted, mostly my fault. I caught one of the people to do it.
I think
Nice.
we talked
No
about it in a
story. We
previous
already talked
episode.
about it. Yeah, we already talked about it. That's as far as it goes.
I think most people that watch this podcast, for the most part, know Close to Broke, so they've seen the story of what happened to my car.
Oh yeah.
But just just to quickly run over, I was in Vegas playing at the Wynn. I usually do valet, but the valet's so far from the poker room at the time that I just parked. It was during COVID, so they only had like one valet, maybe even no valets open at the time.
I'm gonna cruise to the roof.
I park on the roof right under a camera, like in plain view. Go to play a session, shitty session, but I ended up only losing like $60 or something. Not that bad. Go upstairs. I'm doing my outro of my video, like, oh, thank you guys for watching Close to Broke. And then you could see me stop talking and like then stop walking. And then I'm just like, oh, fuck. And then I turn the camera and my car just looks like it got sniped by a bazooka.
Yeah, it does look like it got sniped.
Yeah.
It's just like a
The window shattered.
yeah.
Window shattered, and they stole pretty much nothing except for my bowling balls, which was a major inconvenience.
Also, dude.
You're like, because I had to
An
go bowling on
inconvenience for
Tuesday.
both of you, to be honest. Imagine this guy.
They're
just
trying to
running
lug
over
out a
the
70-pound bowling ball bag.
They're probably just thinking like, "Oh man, this is heavy. It's gotta have like gold bars or something."
How
great in
dumb
it."
can it be?
That's fucking
And the worst part
bowling
is these freaking idiots, not even an hour after this burglary, posted it on Offra and titled "Bowling Balls." And you know how stupid they were?
Do you have a
They didn't
photo
even
of that? That's so
they didn't even
funny.
capitalize the B in the bowling to start
My
the ad off.
favorite was
Lowercase b.
The video
bowling
Kieran
balls.
sent us driving back from Vegas where it's cold. He has a ski mask on and gloves.
It looks like I broke into my own car.
Oh, that shit was
He has a broken window and a
Dude,
ski
it
mask
was
on
snowing.
driving through.
Stole your own
It was
car.
snowing at the time, bro. It was snowing. It was fucking.
And he's like, someone
frigid.
broke into my car, and he's all angry sitting there. I'm like,
Wait,
He's like,
wait.
it might have been me.
I never heard about the part where they posted you.
yeah. I was like, bro, go
Right
fuck
after-
him up.
Okay,
That's
so
hilarious.
Didn't you
obviously-
like? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm
What
not
else did they take?
I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I think they just took. Oh,
A
they
laptop?
didn't. No, they just took that.
I mean,
They
I
didn't.
ended up not taking.
No, they
the
took some cash. Oh, you know what they took? They took like $1,000 in WSOP lanyards. Like you get them from
How do
winning
you-
bounties,
Oh.
or like if you didn't cash them in for bounties.
Oh, so they can cash them in. Got it.
Yeah, but I think they're so dumb they don't even know how that works.
So they posted your bowling balls. Was it like a Vegas thing or was it like?
It was in Henderson or Vegas or whatever.
That's so.
It was probably $700 worth of equipment. They were selling it for $200
Well,
or $100. I messaged them immediately. I'm like, hey, not immediately. I waited. I had to let it season. Like, how often are people really looking for bowling balls? I waited a day, and I messaged him like, hey, I'm interested in these bowling balls. Can I check them out? And I honestly wasn't even looking for a fight. I would have
wanted
just
your
happily
bowling balls
bought
back.
them back.
Yeah.
They're made for me, you know.
Yeah.
So I offered him, no reply. Then
I
I'm
would
like,
have bought
The
them.
problem is Kieran's profile pictures, his I-8 that they broke into.
no, it's, you know what it is? You can definitely, one of you guys can guess what my profile picture is on that
Oh,
account.
dude.
It's bowling balls.
No,
No,
this
no,
photo,
no.
This photo right here.
No, it's Kieran walking with the suit on.
Oh,
Oh,
of course.
yeah. The pink suit.
No,
No, the
it's-
blue suit.
It's my blue suit.
He's like,
yeah.
But
with the
anyways,
sunglasses on?
so I'm like, oh, you know what? They see California in my name. Maybe they noticed that this is not a Nevada car. Nevada car they stole it from. They stole it from a California car. They see my thing. It says California. Okay. Waited 2 days. I told my cousin, I was like, hey, do you mind just hitting them up?
Yeah.
Just say, hey, I'm looking to buy something for my boyfriend or whatever. Shit them up. No reply either. Fuck.
Sound like real high-end businessmen here.
These
that
guys.
was very anticlimactic.
Yeah,
What
it
if
was
they just
funny.
found a passion for bowling?
Imagine that. Like,
Yeah.
now
He's
they
like,
just- somebody
so-
has this fucking bowling ball somewhere
All
after a
I-
robbery.
All I
How
wanted
did you
was
start
to
bowling
get
like
the video stuff from the Win, and I asked them, I was like, "Hey, can I get the video?" And they're like, "No, we can't give that away." I'm like, "What are you? I'm right. Obviously, I have
I'm
it."
The guy.
They were like, we robbed you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Inside
and they
job.
refused to help me clean up my car.
Oh, fuck the win, dude.
What rats,
Yeah.
bro.
Everyone hates the win now. We got more reason to hate the win.
No, we like everyone loves the Win. Win's good for
Oh,
poker.
no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking. yeah, I'm
Venetian.
thinking of-
We don't like the
Venetian
Venetian.
is awful.
Yeah, Venetian's bad for poker for all around many reasons. Specifically, they just don't give a shit about poker players. So,
It's true.
either way, let's see what other awesome topics we were discussing. Just got a text, dude.
Like we
Somebody, unemployed
should,
telling me that they're gonna be late to work.
Is it Kelly? Kelly Miles?
No,
We should.
Why are you just putting her on blast? Like
Damn,
the
full
the
name.
planet
We know
the
same
planet
people, I'm sorry. I forget we're on a
Oh.
podcast.
what?
the planet crash.
Oh yeah, the Dallas
No,
plane
we
crash.
did-
Can you pull it up?
Never mind, yeah.
Can you pull it up, David?
we didn't do it. We
Why
didn't
does
do
David
this.
look like he's falling asleep, bro? This is why Davis can't be.
Because he's down blown.
Dome
So
blown in
to
the
give you guys some
membrane.
backstory here for anybody that doesn't know what's going on, there was a Dallas air show going on
This
recently.
is a tough transition
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but
because now we're just jumping into.
But
like,
it's gonna
really
happen.
sad- you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean nothing's ever that
I think I'm
smooth, right?
smiling.
you know what else
too
is
much for
tough?
this.
The
Google
Packers are freaking tied with the Cowboys.
That's so crazy, bro. That's smoke.
Dave, I can't see it. You're putting it right behind this
Yeah.
bounce board. I can't see.
Oh, there we
anything.
go. You got it to work.
Let's go.
Okay, so for anybody that's watching,
Expanded.
Jeez Louise, that's so scary.
The little plane. So there's a Dallas air show, and there's a bunch of planes
like
flying
my
around,
nightmare.
and this tiny little plane just collides
Fucking
from
nukes this
yeah,
massive
just
one.
drives straight
Harrison
through this
Fitch,
giant
this one's
one,
for you.
and they instantly just land and explode in a giant cloud of smoke. Everyone's freaking out. Wow, that's wild, bro.
But they can see it now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
people can
but
see
a lot of people listen to it and not watch it.
That's right.
that's
but-
crazy.
From what I understand, these are World War II airplanes, maybe.
What'd you
I
say it was
think
a
something
B-12?
like that.
I
think
don't know.
I
what a
think the big
B12
one's
I
a
take
B12.
B12 vitamin, but
Anyways,
Dr. Strangelove, dude. Little
so-
Dr. Strangelove? Talk to me.
I don't know enough about flying to know who was the person at wrong,
At full here.
but it seems like the little plane
Gotta
was.
be the little plane, dude. The
He
B-12
went
looks like
straight.
it's minding its
He's
own
just
business.
going
Yeah.
straight.
and he's just like.
it's got to be just like the planes being old. Like there's no radar or something like that. He's got to.
That's fair. I like that call.
There has to be
I
a
like that
comms
call.
tower guy that's like, yo, you're approaching the B12.
Not an
You're
air show.
approaching the
Not
B12.
at an air show?
There's not a
Yes,
comms
for
tower?
sure. There's that guy.
I think that's actually
It's
really
just
good
old
radio.
technology, is what it is.
You guys, have you heard? Have you guys heard the story of the guy who used to work at an airline, and one day he woke up, he like stole a fucking
Yes.
like commercial jet?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Dude,
they
that
talked about it
story
on-
is
What?
amazing.
No, that's cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know the story really well?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I think you should tell it.
Okay, so there was somebody that you can pull up the story, David,
It's,
as you can.
it's so good.
So I think I even know the airline. Sorry if this is not the right airline,
think
but
it's
fuck
Alaska.
you guys. I thought it was United. It's
think
either
it's Alaska.
it's either Alaska or United. There's a guy that works on the ground, so he works on the
maintenance, just maintenance for planes, doing gas, stuff like that.
whatever. Yeah, he works. He has access. It's not a random Joe that ended up. He goes there and he dude,
Commercial
the
Boeing
shirt-
747.
The shirt is the craziest part, by the way. He has like a shirt that says, I think it is Alaska, that says like "We Fly High" or something like real cryptic. It's just like if you
he
look
like
at
put
it.
on a shirt. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot there's video and shit. There's black box stuff.
No, you could like. There's security camera of him walking through the
Yeah,
TSA
yeah,
line
yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
showing the
And
badge.
then it's all the audio.
So, dude, you have to find this video, David. Just put like
Basically,
suicidal.
he takes the plane and he takes it up in the air. He's a super nice guy.
There's even crazier stuff before that point. This guy there's just a random. Oh my god, you have to find the video. It's so good. This guy, so he operates. You know
Yeah,
the thing that pulls out. What is that? The little toe. It's like the
Yeah,
little
yeah,
weird
yeah.
that doesn't look like a regular car. It looks like a brick.
toes out the plane.
Yes, he hops in the thing. He's doing this all alone, which makes this more incredible.
So low.
He
It's gotta be Alaska.
backs up, pulls into the thing, attaches the plane, drives out the plane, detaches while the plane is moving. While he's moving in this car, it's like he jumps out of it as it's moving. The plane is moving now. The plane is moving, and while it's moving, he opens the fucking latch.
Like Tom
The
Cruise.
plane is moving. The car is moving. He jumps into the plane like this is a fucking 007 movie, closes it up, hops in, and he just takes it up and he's like, woo!
Yeah, he's like the nicest guy ever.
Puts on
He's
the
the
headset.
nicest
Everyone's
guy
talking
ever.
to him, and
Oh, there it is, David. There
what
it
does
is,
he say
David.
at the end, he's like, well, I guess I'm just gonna. He says something like really nice.
This is it. This is it.
Is there people on the plane?
One guy.
it's just
him.
Just
Oh,
him.
okay, that makes it more like.
No, that's why we're even able to do all this. Look. You see it? You see the shirt?
Yeah,
the
the
sky's the
sky-
limit.
yeah.
I knew it. Something crazy like that. So this guy goes to he works there.
Oh, it's Alaska. It's Alaska.
It is Alaska? We can confirm that it is Alaska.
Can you move it more
Sounds
so
like
I can
some-
see it?
it sounds like
Move
some
the
Spirit
YouTube
airline.
video to the
So
center.
anyways, for anyone that's not able to watch the video version of it, David, you're going to have to move there you go.
There you go.
That's
Perfect.
fine. Doesn't change anything.
David. That's great.
So he's going in, looks like a regular day for work. From what I understand, he's a floorman. As you can see
Is that
shortly,
him pulling
yes,
the plane out?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Everything
he is
is him.
now pulling the
Everything is
plane
him.
out by himself
Does
with
he
the
work
little
at the
tow truck.
airline?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
Alaska. So there's
Makes
like,
sense.
You know,
It's like
less
Spirit
people.
Airline. Yeah.
No,
But it's
Alaska's nice.
Alaska.
I think
Oh,
Alaska's a good
7060.
airline.
It's a smaller plane. It's a Q400.
Yeah, owned by Les, was empty. So that's the big part. Was empty, dude. Have no idea what is
Saying
happening.
employees have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, how is it? Like, it has to be at just some tiny airport. Like, if you try to just steal a plane at LAX, like,
Oh, yeah, you're getting shot.
yeah,
There's no fucking
you're not getting
chance.
to the plane.
No,
Like,
yeah. Well, I think
Yeah,
TSA
it has
might be
to-
overhyped, but sure.
No, I mean, you can get through TSA, but I'm saying, like, getting to this point,
Yeah.
like, you're not getting to this
Yeah,
point.
yeah, LAX is LAX.
You
He
start
pulls
to,
down the stairs and climbs.
Yeah.
It's dude. This shit
Dude,
is
the best is
the plane's moving. He's
Do
walking.
you see it,
Bro,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
it's shot is crazy. It's like he's
Look at the
it
three
looks like
people.
a
They're
movie.
like, well,
he's just like in the background doing all
Yeah.
this shit. It's hilarious.
So it'll eventually.
this is
catch
what I
up
want
to
the new
point.
Grand Theft Auto to be like, bro. This is what I want.
Dude, videos
look,
of the new Grand Theft Auto looking
This guy
insane.
this guy has never flown a plane before. By the way,
Ever?
never. So the craziest
Where is he?
part.
Is this him right here taking off?
No, I think he's eventually takes
Air
off.
traffic controls try to persuade
Yeah.
him to land.
So he puts on the headset and he's like, "Yep, this is it, guys." And they're like, "No, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this." He's like, "No, I got this under control."
He's like, it's so beautiful up here. Like, this
Yeah.
is so awesome. I'm having such a good time.
Yeah.
What?
And then
what he's
there's like on buyer videos. This happened
Look,
years
it's
ago.
gonna disappoint them to hear that I did this. Like talking about his family, and then he just crashes it, and that's how he goes out.
Yeah, but he does it. He crashes it off on an
Yeah.
island purposely that's
Yeah.
remote that nobody is at.
So
Yeah.
the beginning of the story, I thought that he like hijacked
Yeah,
a plane
he's
full
in
of
the air.
people.
no, that's
No.
fucked up.
And I was
We-
like, how did I not
no,
hear
it's
this?
just him by
Yeah.
himself.
It makes it a little bit
how
more.
did I
It's on
still not
Joyride.
hear this?
It's kind of cathartic. There's a lot
It's
of
not
good
as
stuff.
yeah.
No, it's great. It's like a good.
It seems
story.
like a guy found a way to go out on his terms without hurting anyone.
Yep, love that.
Yeah. When I first heard, I
On
was like,
his
oh, he
terms?
hijacked a plane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, yeah. That's exactly. That's like precisely as.
I mean,
Shout out to being able
I'm
to know how to
pretty-
fly a plane without like ever flying a
or
plane.
just
Though.
trying
Maybe,
to jumping in when
you
I figured
know,
it out.
maybe someone needed that plane that day, and they
Alaskan
missed,
Airlines, they were like,
they missed the birth of their child.
I
Bro,
don't know.
you
It feels
what
like
I'm
that
saying?
guy needed it.
Excuse
more than
me,
anybody else, you know what I
He
mean?
could have just shot himself.
Bro, being in Alaska, you know,
you're sitting in
It's
the
dark
like
a
the
lot.
terminal,
don't-
and you're waiting, and you just see flight delayed. They're like, what's going on? Where's my flight?
that guy's in the background just like.
And you just see
running
your
on
plane
fucking
driving away.
planes.
Yeah. They're like, flight delayed. Why?
Dude, that shot of the workers working and him in
it's
the
like-
background sprinting from the thing to like the plane's crazy.
To
Yeah.
climb up those stairs.
Dude, that's crazy. It's a crazy story.
It feels not even real. Like, how is it real?
I know.
When they were talking about it on PK, I couldn't understand. Like, I couldn't
Until you
fathom
watch the
it.
video.
The videos, there's a lot of videos of it. It's
But-
really good.
Like when
The
you
crazy
look
ones
up
are
and,
the
like,
onlookers, the ones that are like, I don't think a plane's supposed to be doing this, and you could just see him like barrel rolling, and he's super low to the ground, like, you know, it's insane.
He
Honestly,
really pushed her to the limit. Dude,
just fucking barrel roll.
That's
we
what
all
he's
know-
doing. That's what he's just going like this and shit. It was
Yeah, it makes
crazy.
sense. I'm like,
We
how
all
does he
know
not
this at
fly
this
a
point. I
plane?
mean, I'm terrified of flying. That's like, dude, that scares the shit out of me.
Taking a plane or being on a plane like
Just
that.
being
Just
on a plane
flying.
like that. Just
Flying
flying.
sucks.
But if you have a pilot, like you're not gonna windmill out there and like. It's not
I
gonna be
honestly want to get my pilot's license so I know how to do shit like that, so I'm not afraid of it.
But like you're like
You're not
locked
gonna
out by
take over the
terrorists
flight.
because you're not gonna be able to get inside.
yeah, you're not gonna be able to be like.
It's like you're on a
No,
plane.
not that. That's not, I'm not afraid of terrorism.
Do you ever shoot
You're on a
flying?
plane, and then
I
both
never
of the
did
pilots
until this
die.
year.
Yeah,
Never, not
that's
even
true.
once. Like,
Like,
didn't even
it's a nightmare.
Is there
consider
a
it.
pilot on this
And
plane?
I'm like,
Christian stands up. I'm a pilot.
I'm really afraid of flying.
Instead of like learning how to do CPR, like things that actually might help, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm a pilot.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're like, is anyone a nurse? And Christian stands up. They're like, oh, thank you. He's like, I'm a pilot.
I'm like, I got it. I can take
We
over.
need a doctor.
I'm
I'm
a
a pilot.
pilot.
Do you think that pilots are trained to be like backup doctors for
No,
flights?
not
No,
doctors.
they're
You know what I
not.
mean?
Do you
Or
think-
enough
wait.
to-
Should our pilots be trained for some CQB, some close quarters combat?
Yeah,
So they're
I
able to
think so.
disable.
Yeah, I think so.
Bro,
Probably.
pilots are like 65-year-old.
Wait,
Dudes.
chill. I
Not
think
Not always
pilots,
true.
police officers, these kind of people,
retired
there's
Air Force.
got to be an age
Maybe.
limit, bro. You cannot be out on the force at 45,
Dude.
50, 60 years old.
45, that's
Dude,
fine.
there being an age
45
limit
is
on
not
being
bad.
able to vote is a great idea.
What?
We're going down the wrong.
Bro, if
way
you're
wrong path.
75 and over, can't vote.
They're going to die anyways.
You can't vote.
It's a
It's not
weird
your
take.
world anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why
It's
are
a
you
weird
voting?
take. Weird take for sure.
Not a weird take. Good take. It's a great take. There
This
should be
is
an age limit.
Kind of makes
And this
sense.
is not
You
but-
know whose idea this was? This was BJ's idea, and
It
it's a
ca-
great idea.
It kind
There
of
should be
makes
an age
sense,
limit on
but I
voting.
understand what.
Yeah, because
Why?
at that point, all you're trying to do is keep wealth at that point, right?
It's like,
I don't think
look,
so.
you'll be around for.
What if
20
you don't have
Most
wealth?
people that are like 75 aren't thinking about like how
They're
can I
not
stay
voting-
rich because they're already old and
They're not
rich.
voting altruistically. Very few are voting altruistically.
I think that's really unfair to say.
No, when you're older, you
I
think
just
about
think you're totally biased at that point.
you think about your family.
You think
don't
about your
think
family.
about like
I think they might like unwaveringly
disagree.
support their family, whatever it is.
I don't know. I think that's a real optimistic way to look at something that I don't
It's like
think
you think your grandma can't vote anymore, Luke?
It was a joke. My grandma's. I don't even think she's.
Okay,
75.
there's an argument.
My
There's a
grandma
fair
voted.
argument for it.
I don't think she's 75. My
I'm not
grandma's
pol- I'm-
awesome.
I'm not politically affiliated. So I
But
don't
for the
wanna go
most
down this
part,
path.
like I said, going back to what I was talking about originally, I think there definitely needs to be a cap on an athletically gifted, needed job. Like, there's no way a police officer, there needs to be
Yeah, you
way
can't.
harder
They
police.
should have like
Like,
athletic
let's be honest,
tests.
guys.
You should be able to
There
run
are,
a
though.
mile.
There are.
Guys.
There's some fucking
No,
fat cops,
bro.
bro. There's some unhealthy
There are some cops
cops.
that look like me out there, like, bro, I cannot be a
Maybe
fucking
they
cop.
got a
bro.
really good
Come
shot.
on.
You're a good quarterback. Maybe.
There
Nah,
should be
man.
there should be more training. for
Stop.
sure.
That's the
Sniper.
point.
Yeah.
That's the point. Like, we shouldn't be depending like, oh, that guy's a
Yeah.
good shot. It's
Yeah.
like, no,
No,
that
of
guy
course.
is great for the job because he's an athlete.
Yeah.
Because he's smart.
I
You
don't
gotta
think that's a
train.
job either.
I don't
The
think
job
cops
should be
have to be
mentally.
athletes.
Yeah, the job
That's,
should be mental.
that's one of the parts.
It should just be
Athlete
the-
and
Got to be
mental.
more like training and testing.
You got to be
Yeah.
able to chase somebody for a little bit, at least.
A little bit. At least until
Yeah.
the next guy pulls up with his car to chase him down.
Yeah.
Logan,
Have you
have
guys-
a sweat right now?
Have you guys
I know.
ever have you guys ever watched like those crazy videos of like police chases or like do you ever catch yourself on that part of Twitter?
A little bit. Yeah.
All the
Yeah,
t-
there
every
was one the other
day.
day. There was one the other day.
Oh, there was
You-
a
yeah,
police
right there.
chase the other day. Did you guys not see that?
It was
Did
by
you
our-
see
yeah.
it? It was crazy. I just like tuned in to a Discord and someone's like, live police chase. And I'm like, bet, I'll watch it. And I thought we were like watching a rerun or something. And then he's like,
They
no,
passed his house?
this is in Orange County. And I was like, what? And then the dude like literally stole 2 cars. And then he broke into
The guy
somebody's
who robbed Aiden's car.
huh?
The guy who robbed Aiden's
Yeah,
car.
I don't know, but he stole 2 cars, and then he crashed into somebody else who's running away from the cops.
Wow.
So-
2 for 1.
Right,
That's crazy.
and then no, it wasn't crazy.
Two-
and then at
two
the end, the
sticks,
cops still
2 bones, 1 stick.
shot a shotgun into his
2
door.
birds.
They shot a shotgun at him. They blasted him. I was like, damn.
Oh, one. He got shot.
5 minutes later, they pulled him out of the car. He was fine. It was crazy.
No, if they shot him, they
Bro,
probably used the
you-
pellet, like the rubber
Oh,
one.
the salt.
No, it's like a rubber.
Bro, you told that story so straight. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
In the second half of that
I thought you
story.
were talking about the
You
different
said
police
he
chase.
crashed into somebody else running from the cops, and then you said it wasn't crazy, and then you said he got
Yeah,
shot.
yeah,
and then
you
he
said
he
it wasn't
alive.
crazy that
That's
he did
all
that.
I got.
Yeah,
No,
kind of
you-
weird.
Huh?
The
You
end-
said he crashed into somebody that was also for
Yeah, he
some reason
did.
running away from
Yeah.
and he was like, "Wow, that's crazy." You're like, no, that's not that crazy. We're like, what?
Oh no, because I assumed that you thought that's where the story ended, but it's
Oh.
not because the cops shot him with a shotgun.
And he was alive.
Oh,
But he got
yeah.
out and he was fine.
Okay,
Wait,
got it.
who
Okay, got
did
it,
you
got
guys
it.
see the? There was like that. She's like a famous actor, director, lady or something, who was in her Mini Cooper, just zooming through, like zooted as fuck, by the way, zooming through West Hollywood,
Nope.
drunk driving.
Classic.
She blasted through a residential area, ended up just going through somebody's house.
What?
What?
She
kill
didn't
anybody?
kill anybody. I'm
She just
kidding.
drove through a house.
She's so
She-
lucky she didn't kill anybody.
Okay, no. Wait. I mean, you can't be lucky if you're dead.
Oh,
So wait, whoa.
She died.
She's
anyways,
not lucky.
There's helicopter footage. There's a helicopter, like a news helicopter, like watching all this and like showing video. They're like, and they don't know who it is at the time. They're like, we don't know who it is. The block to thing.
Tina Fey.
May not. I don't think it's Tina Fey. She's alive. So, anyways, the lady's now. She's been rescued by the fire department. She's like laying down, like out. They think she's dead. They think she's dead because they put like the thing over her, and she like, like a zombie gets up, like full gets up, and it's like fighting. And they're like the fucking fire department like pushes her back down.
Just pushing this bag down.
Pronounced dead later at the hospital.
Whoa.
Yeah,
RP.
that's why it's crazy.
Who was it? Who was
David,
it?
what happened? David, you're throwing up, David? David, this podcast is getting
Bro,
crazy.
why do you always throw up? What is happening?
What happened?
Don't peer pressure poor David, dude. It's all right.
peer pressure him.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys were figuring out what's going on here, we were talking about this story.
Bro,
and
are you okay?
our producer David
Go
just
get
threw
some
up.
water.
What were we talking about?
What were we talking?
Bro, go get some water.
All right, David, can you take
You
that
don't
out? By
want
the
any
way,
water? Dude.
that's just leave it on wide angle mode. We'll continue the podcast wide angle
Yeah,
mode.
we
You
got
take
it.
that out.
Yeah.
No, just take it out. It stinks, bro. Get it out of here. We're not upset. We're chilling. Anyways, continuing on with our podcast.
Bro, this is what you want to see from a podcast.
Yes.
Classic
Yeah, this
real
is
life
kinda funny,
behavior.
honestly.
This is
Let me
cool,
move.
honestly. It smells awful. I'm gonna be honest
Keep
with
that
you.
away from me, please.
Woo!
That's disgusting.
Logan, open the door, bro.
Go
Get out of here.
move quicker, bro. You're moving so
No.
slowly.
Bro, get out of here, David. We still love you, David. Don't be upset. I was trying to figure out what Julian was talking about.
Dude, you're like.
Dude, this is Julian. I was trying to figure out what Julian was saying. Julian's like,
Well, dude, this happened last time when we were at Oro, and I gave
What?
David, I swear to God, 2 beers.
bro,
and
open
then
the
when
door,
he
bro.
threw
We
up,
need to air it out, bro.
he walked
Open that
back
door.
inside and threw up on
Waft
the floor
the
at his
door, bro.
feet,
Waft the
dude.
door. Julian, can you give us a live breakdown of what just happened? Can we
David's the
just-
worst puker of all
I
time.
was just sitting there, and then I don't know. I saw David laying down. I was like, all right, well, it's probably just baked. And I was like, next thing you know, I see him reach for the bin, and then just
You just what? What does that mean? What did he do?
and I was like, trying to be discreet about it. I was like,
He's
it's
like,
all
David
good.
just threw up.
I mean, it's all good, it happens. So
Imagine like David threw up and then Julian's like,
Did all of us start going?
Let's stand
Oh
by me,
no!
dude.
like that episode from Family Guy.
Stand by me, dude.
Dude, that was really funny. Oh my
How
god!
do we? I mean, how do we top that? Do we?
How do we come back from that?
I don't know.
Gotta get David back in here.
I kind of just got caught off guard.
Do we-
What were we talking about?
I don't
I don't
know.
remember.
What?
Are we calling?
There's a bunch,
I
bro.
don't know. Should we call the podcast?
What? Are you serious?
Yeah. There's a bunch of puke on the floor.
Oh come
Why
on!
of course.
Should we call the podcast?
No, we're not calling the podcast.
I don't know.
This is
This is prime
This is
TV
prime.
entertainments right now.
There's just a lot, and it's
We're just gonna break it down for you. Our
Producer.
producer David just got we went and had brunch before this as a squad. We had a little squad brunch. Drinks were flowing, and David,
we didn't even drink that much, did he?
well, that's what I'm saying.
The
He
thing
does
is,
this every
he-
time. He smokes when he drinks, and then he can't take it, and he goes
No, the problem was that he like chugged the last drink too. That doesn't help.
and then smoked a fucking whole.
It's because he peer pressured him, dude.
I did not peer pressure.
No,
anybody.
look who
I
I'm
told him
pointing
to
at.
finish his drink. I didn't know he was gonna come and smoke a
Oh.
whole fucking blunt. Like, what the
We
fuck?
smoked a joint. There was like 5 of
Dude,
us.
look at Aiden. He's whispering to me like,
Aiden's closest to the vomit right now.
let's call the podcast and take a step out. Like that was a good hour. We can
Or we could just take a.
progress.
Yeah, I
we
feel
can
like that was pretty long.
all right, guys, thank you so much for watching the podcast.
Come on,
It's
this is
getting good, no, but we gotta get out, bro. It smells.
All right, we're gonna
Thank you guys so
I
much
gotta
for
go
stopping by. We
shopping.
love
no,
you.
no. We'll take let's just take a little hiatus. We'll be right back. We'll cut, and then we'll come back in.
We might literally be done. Who knows?
All right.
figure it out.
Guys,
It's
if
good
you guys
to
are enjoying the video and we don't come back, I just want to let you guys know to have a lovely day.
It was
Thank you
good
so
to
much
see
for
you guys.
following you guys. Make sure to download this, share it with a friend.
Smells like shit.
Follow
Our
me on.
update, our giveaway will be coming out, if not the next episode, the one
Shout
after
out to
that.
my
Bro, this
my
po-
fan on the comments. I appreciate you.
This
to AC.
podcast is turning into Jackass, dude. It smells horrible. in
It's
here.
all right.
Whoa, that would be
Everybody
sick.
get outta here.
Imagine
Everybody get
if we
outta
had a podcast. Wait, imagine if we had the podcast and it was a talent show at the same time. We just sit here and judge people.
Dude, imagine.
But like
if-
only cool talents.
that's actually not a bad idea.
yeah.
We
Like
kinda
bring
have to
someone
wait
in.
till
It's
it's
like
later.
I can suck my own dick.
Dude,
I'm like,
imagine.
I don't believe
imagine
you.
if
Let
we
me
had
see it.
wait, don't turn it off yet, Karen. Imagine if we had a podcast. But like we have to do it like in front of a bunch of dog shit or like in front of